So we'll be moving on to the next phase of this, where we'll be looking at trying to understand the structure and the management of the WIL network. The WIL network is the Women in Leadership Network, Nairobi, Kenya chapter. So starting us off, how does Women in Leadership Network work with the Australia Awards Alumni Association in Kenya?
Thank you, Nancy, for the introduction and also for the question. So, as may want to just highlight the 5 women who established the Women Network. I was among them, and the basis is that we were members. We are originally of KAAA, or you must be a member of KAAA for you to be a WILNI. And how we associate with each other is that WILNI is a network, and by law in Kenya, it cannot be registered as a standalone organization. Therefore, we work under the auspices of KAAA, whereby we implement projects together. If there are any funds raised by the WILNI group, it is administered through the accounts of KAAA. And that way, it makes us, stay together. We are diverse, but we always implement almost the same, towards a common goal of mainly giving back to the society and at the same time empowering individuals as members of the association.
Thank you so much, Mary. And you mentioned KAAA. That is the Australia Awards Alumni Association in Kenya. That's the Kenya Australia Awards Association in Kenya, yeah? Just for those who may not know. So tell us a bit more about how the leadership structure of WIL works. Do you have your separate leaders, separate from the association?
Yes, because by the word "will," women in leadership, and that makes it to be dominated in their leadership by women, and it's a network, but it has a structure of leaders, whereby there is a chair, a vice chair, where Dr. Asma is one of them. Then we have a treasurer and a secretary. And this is important because working through a structure makes it easier, even, and it is easier even to liaise with the other groups while within the structures. So in short, they have a structure, they have leadership, and I've mentioned at least those 4 members are the leadership of meaning who implement or who guide on the implementation of their projects.
So how does the Women in Leadership chapter coordinate its work plan with the association's work plan? Is it one work plan? Are these 2 work plans? Please tell us more about that.
So WIL develops its own work plan. It has a calendar of activities, such as the Women Day celebration, the 16 days of activism against the GBV, and also any other activity that they want to do. So at the implementation point, it is shared with the association for participation. So that is actually the point of coming together, and the fact that the funds are channeled through the association. So the association gets to see how they are utilizing the funds, how they are implementing the activities. So in principle, the two subgroups have different work plans, but at the implementation point, they come together to participate in any of those activities.
Wow, thank you for that. And so what are some of the challenges then that you've experienced along this journey? You mentioned that you're one of the founding members.
Yeah, there are a number of challenges. Some of them arose from the COVID, the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. But mainly, I can say keeping members active throughout the year is not easy. if there are no funds. Because members would always want to have something that brings them together, to participate in. And of late, what we have experienced is we have not been able to raise funds. And this is not just very specific, it's because it is global. So once we again get back to raising funds, and I think members are always ready to participate. So the challenge, if there's no fund, looks like member idle and we are never together. But as long as we have something that can support an activity, they are always very active.
So just to take a detour, because you've mentioned this already. So what are the ways you motivate the alumni to engage and be active in WIL then with these constraints that you've mentioned? How do you encourage or motivate engagement?
So we say what highly motivates the members. One, it is we have tried to have monthly meetings to just meet and greet, and this makes us asked and what we want to do. And during these meetings, we have been able to develop, organize ourselves into groups and develop different proposals that we put, ready to submit when there is a call. Also sharing achievements with them, Victoria evidences. Also, sharing activities where the commissioner has attended. It actually motivates the members because they see that is a high level connectivity or interaction with the high level government officials. Also, having activities of training, training activities that touch individuals' interests, like the mental health, professional development. So these actually are one of highly demanded, as it makes them want to join the network. And we have seen it, result into positive results.
Thank you for that. And so to try to understand, please share with us, what are some of the opportunities that you've seen with Women in Leadership Network?
Yeah, the opportunities are immense and they're wide. First, remember this is a diverse expertise, group of women, ranging from, medical doctors, professional scientists. We have, agribusiness, into mining. And because of this, some of the opportunities, that netting has presented several opportunities. I can attest to having organized a breakfast meeting with the sector, technical and vocational training sector, and some members actually were picked up as board members. So the opportunities are networking, and also it provides individual professional progression. Out of those connections, members have been able to be elevated to positions, and also they've been able to, to get new appointments. The other opportunities is the resource mobilization. Coming together has brought us, those skills. There are those who are good in writing proposals, and others have learned from that. So the opportunities are endless, depending on what of us wants, because all the expertise, all the different sectors are involved, and each one of us has a benefit as long as you are focused on what you want.
Thank you for that. Dr. Asma, do you want to add anything on the opportunities?
I think the majority of them have been mentioned. So the networking that is provided with the coming in together and the mentorship, you also get to learn from others who are in leadership through the challenges that or the experience that they share through how their journey was in leadership position in Kenya. So you tend to pick to know how to handle situation within the work environment.
Thank you for that, both of you.